What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Nitro Gaming. Today, with Fantasy FC well underway now, and a couple of these cards due for an upgrade already, the rest of them crashing down in price. We're going to see that trend continue today, where more games are being played. But the one thing that is taking over Ultimate Team right now, of course, is FUT Draft. No, I'm just kidding. That's never been relevant. That's going to be evolutions, which are taking over the game right now. We're seeing multiple evolutions every single day. Cards like Rafael Leao, who can not just get upgraded through just like Jamie, but there's so many different chains that are being put together now that you also get cards from objectives and elsewhere, where you've got cards like a Weak Foot 4-star that you can get from the Grassroots Great Rush 2. Of course, that's been out, but we're also starting to see an addition from the Fantasy FC Cup, which is adding a shooting boost to pretty much any card you want that is a maximum of 89 rated. So you could take that Leao card and actually take it through just like Jamie, like I am right now, and then throw it into a shooting boost as well, taking it from 89 to 93 shooting. And so what's happening is a lot of the market is shifting due to people taking their focus and putting it towards evolution players. So we're going to talk about how that's having an impact on the market today, as well as giving an update on a lot of the investments that we've been making. Some of them going up in price. Of course, we're making decent coins on that. Rafinha, Di Lorenzo seems to be going in the right direction, as well as pretty much all of these cards. Furic is doing really, really well. But Pascal Gross, maybe not so much. Losing some coins on him. Wonder why he is being singled out and he's dropping in price, whereas most of the Grassroots greats are either the same price or higher. We've got so much to talk about today, so let's just hop into it. Do you need coins in FC25 Ultimate Team? Then go to u7buy.com. It is the quickest, most reliable, and the safest platform on the internet. Big creators use it. It has the best reviews. And if you use my code NITRO, you're going to get an extra 8% at checkout. You can even get specific players you want to add to your Ultimate Team straight from U7Buy. And if it's your first time, you'll get a newcomer's bonus added to what you get. Link down below. What's going on, guys? Hopefully you're having a fantastic weekend so far. If you are, drop a like. If you aren't, drop a like. But the popular evolution players, I mean, this is what is having an impact on the market and the game and the hype of Ultimate Team right now, because we're seeing evolutions and chains like this, where you combine the passing boost that you can get out of Rush, you combine the shooting boost you get out of the FC Cup, combined with a couple more evolutions that have come out, like Tiki Taka Plus that you get out of objectives right now, Fantasy Captain that costs 90k, Complete Winger that costs 60k. You look at an upgrade that goes from this inform right there that is 86 rated to this 90 rated Grassroots Greats themed card, but a very, very big upgrade. And these chain evolutions, especially when you consider the combination of those shooting and passing boosts, is exactly what people are focused on right now. So if they can't fit these shooting and passing boosts, they don't seem to be doing very well on the market. Whereas cards like Fermin Lopez, this inform, even though he's only up a few thousand coins, we're definitely seeing his change on the market. You know, he's gone from 18, 19k up to 23,000 coins, and we're seeing a small rise for a lot of different cards that fit into these shooting and passing boosts. Cards that don't fit into it, however, aren't doing too well. So Furic right here, he's up to 28, 29,000 coins. We invested in him at 23. He's doing great as he's gone out of packs, and we're kind of seeing that from a lot of these cards going out of packs. Di Lorenzo, he's also up from about 18k to 23k, so we bought for 18 on Thursday. He's up to about 23,000 coins, a really nice rise for him. He seems like he's rising healthily out of packs, but you got cards like Pascal Gross, who's down in price. He was about 72,000 coins when we bought this card. 72k to 60k, that's a big loss right there. But take a look at this graph. We got him at, on Thursday morning at that 70k mark. And he dropped from about 70k yesterday at content all the way down to 54,000 coins. And a lot of that is due to the fact that people just do not need him for any boosts yet. Until 90 rated cards can be used in these evolutions, I just don't know how well this card is doing, because we saw a huge drop in price as 3 evolutions came out yesterday, 70k to 54,000 coins. And of course, he plays center mid, and you saw cards like Furman Lopez who can also play center mid. So that is, a slight impact on that card. And I also think it was a combination of that and just over investing. This is a card that I think a lot of people picked up because, we shouted him out. I invested in him. He was even in my thumbnail, but just in general, this card having 85 plus on every single stat, you saw a lot of people picking him up during the week he was in packs. So maybe a bit of a price correction due to the overinvestment, but he seems to be one of few cards, like Chewinga's kind of come down. She's actually still up in price from when we got her at 215,000 or 210,000 coins. So we're actually doing just fine with Chewinga, but that's a card that hasn't really gone up a lot due to the fact that she can't get evolved. And evolutions are really just the focus of the game right now. So if you're not investing in cards that are potentially getting evolutions, then you're missing out on potential profit. I mean, Rafinha was a card that we picked up last week. You could probably sell him for 155 or 156 right now, which is nice profit, but hasn't fit into a great evolution yet, but it's enough because he fits into that passing boost and that shooting boost. So at the very least, he can still get upgraded in some ways. So with that being said, that is why evolutions are absolutely taking over right now. I mean, these chain evolutions are really, really tempting to go after. And I already started the Just Like Jamie upgrade for Rafael Leao, but maybe I should have done fantasy captain and complete winger instead. I will still be able to throw on the passing boost and the shooting boost, however, but I would have probably rather a technical playstyle than a power shot playstyle, in my opinion. So I kind of threw right there. I fumbled the bag for Rafael Leao, went a little bit too early on his evolution, but nonetheless, he is extinct at 80k. So many different evolutions you can do with Rafael Leao right now that he's extinct at 80,000 coins, and honestly, very, very difficult to get off the market. I was lucky I saved one from Team of the Year. But let's go ahead and transition to talking about these Fantasy FC cards, because we're already seeing an upgrade on one of these cards and a couple of these cards this weekend. But Heung-min Son, most notably, 6.5 million coins. Look at that that hype from his goal/assist in yesterday's game. Went from 6.3 million coins up to 8.4 million coins. But that didn't happen for everybody, because we saw other cards like Daniel Malen crash down in price. So it doesn't happen to every single card. It's very, very risky to get involved in these cards before they play their match. Take a look at this, 780,000 coins in the hype and dropped really quickly to 690k, about 100k loss before tax right there, and he keeps coming down. 520,000 coins was his low point. A little bit of a rebound happening right now, actually, but we're seeing cards fly up like Heung-min Son, cards fly down like Daniel Malen, and it comes down to the upgrades that happen for the games this week. And of course, Napoli are playing right now, actually, for Philip Billing. So I don't know if he's flying up or flying down in price right now, but he is due for a Playstyle Plus upgrade for Heung-min Son. And with one more win, it's an overall and a roll plus. And if he goes the entire duration, he can get 0 yellow cards or red cards, and then he's going to get another overall and a 5-star skill move boost. And it looks like 10 club goals, 1 face stat goes to 99. I mean, these are big upgrades for Fantasy FC. I think that it's a little bit better than last year in terms of the upgrades. But what I will say is that last year's upgrades did not do great out of packs for, I'd say, most of the cards. Let's go ahead and take a look at FC Fantasy 24. If I remember correctly, we had a couple of cards like Delict, who did really, really well when he went out of packs. But for most cards, that wasn't the case. This card, as you can see, during that second weekend, he ended up getting an upgrade, going from 830,000 coins, and then once he got that upgrade, you can see he rose into the hype of the upgrade, but once he got that upgrade, he went up, dude. He went from 800,000 coins to 1.5 mil, almost doubling your coins on that investment. But again, that was probably few and far between. You didn't see that kind of rise on all of them. Take a look at Griezmann right here. Yep, that's exactly what I remember for Griezmann. He had that exact same rise that you saw from Heung-min Son. Went from 5.7 to 7.1 million coins on that first weekend, but went down in price throughout the week. And even when he got that upgrade, you can see he got that upgrade on Tuesday, he went up a little bit, but it wasn't really enough to invest in. That card went down in price throughout the week and then continued to drop throughout the year. So I think what we've got to look for with Fantasy FC 25 is we've got to find cards that aren't getting upgraded during the first weekend, but are setting themselves up really well to get upgraded during the second weekend, like that De Ligt. So Heung-min Son is not going to be a card that I'm picking up, but other cards, like if Philip Billings' game right now, I have honestly no clue what's going on. He actually looks like he's dropping in price right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at Napoli's score. It is 1-1. And Philip Billing is not the person who scored. I'd assume he's not the person who assisted that because he would have probably been up in price by a lot more. But let's say he doesn't get the goal or assist, but they win the match and he doesn't get a yellow card. So let's say they win the match, they get a couple of goals. He doesn't get a goal or assist and no yellow cards. He's still due to maybe get all 4 upgrades, but he's not going to get any of the upgrades immediately, which lets him drop in price. There's no hype of an upgrade during this week. Makes them really good to pick up during the week sometime, maybe Thursday morning. And then we buy that card for the upgrades coming next weekend. So that's kind of what we got to be on the lookout for with a lot of these Fantasy FC cards. I think that we avoid picking up the cards that are getting upgraded this weekend. And there's honestly going to be some cards that come with the mini release most likely today. And that's going to honestly have a really, really weird dynamic because those cards that come with the mini release that get thrown on the bench right here, those cards are going to already have a game played in this promo. And the cards that come out in Team 2, it's going to be a very, very similar thing. So keep an eye out for that mini release today if we get one. And keep an eye out for cards that are on pace to get all the upgrades, but did not get one during the first week. So that goal and the assist, if they get it this weekend, then it's probably not going to be a good investment in the long term. It is Sunday, however, which is a great time to talk about active Team of the Week players. We're still in the midst of FUT Champion supply. We don't have any upgrade packs out right now. So looking at some of these prices, I mean, we are seeing some Team of the Week cards at about 13,000 coins. That's the lowest we've seen them at in a while. Every Tuesday, we're getting these upgrade packs that you need a Team of the Week to submit into the SBC to get the upgrade pack. And with that being said, these cards have shot up to 17K on minimum every single week. Now, is that guaranteed to happen again? No. But if you go by patterns, if you've seen that every single week over the last 4 weeks, Team of the Weeks have shot up to over 17K on Tuesdays, it might not be a bad shout to pick up a few as fodder cards. All of these 85 rateds going for 13K or less right now. And then you look at the main team and you've got cards like Jonathan Tah, who is pretty cheap. 15,000 coins, very usable. Of course, he links to that Emiliano Buendia, so he might be up slightly because of it. Not really. He's actually down. Under 16K is the low point that we've seen from. You can already throw him into a couple of different evolutions that are out currently. And of course, at an 88 rating, perfect rating to get into future evolutions because that's been the maximum on a lot of these evolutions. So 88 rated is looking pretty good, and you've even seen that with Lauren James right there. Kaja Shah, I just don't think is meta enough. Lauren James might be meta enough to invest in, but Jonathan Tah is my favorite meta investment out of this team, and Ederson might not be terrible as well, not for evolutions, but just given the fact that he is cheap, and he is a Premier League goalkeeper with a finally a boost. That's his first boost of the year. He's barely more expensive than the gold card, so could also see decent investment there with Ederson. But my favorite again is Jonathan Tah out of this team. It is zero risk. He could even go up due to the fact that informs are needed for SBCs, but the main reason I would pick him up is for future evolutions. That's the card that really stands out to me out of Team of the Week 23. But that's about it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, the secret comment word of the day is Nitro. Comment that down below. I'll drop a heart on it. And thank you guys again for your support. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Peace out.